So I climbed Everest 2 times. On my first attempt, we had to abandon our summit bid. And at first I saw it as a failure. But when I returned to Everest second time, I realized that failure is not the end of the journey. It's really just a lesson. And if you persevere, you can turn that failure into success. Second time, I was much stronger. I was way better prepared. I knew exactly what to expect. I knew the terrain. I knew all the challenges. And that knowledge gave me such a massive advantage over other climbers. When I went for Kilimanjaro, I actually found it quite hard. The first few days it was alright, but the summit push was quite challenging. And I actually remember thinking that it's crazy that some people are going for Everest. But at that time, I didn't realize that with the right preparation, anyone can become that person. Because I think we often look at very distant goals and we see them as very unattainable. And we forget that there's like thousands of small steps in between, and each step is very much achievable. And as long as you focus on one step at a time, you will eventually reach your goal that you previously thought was impossible. And eventually I climbed Everest and I completed all 7 summits. One of the biggest obstacles that we face when we're trying to achieve things is the fear of unknown. During my whole journey of climbing the 7 summits, I met a lot of people that they shared the same desire to do what I was already doing. And it was always puzzling to me. Why are they not chasing those dreams if they want it so much? And I realized that not knowing the outcome and doubting whether you have what it takes to achieve your goal, it's really the reason why a lot of people stop pursuing their ambitions. And of course, I had my fears, I had my doubts. It's not about being fearless, it's the willingness to try despite the fear. There are a few aspects that are less commonly spoken about. Teamwork is a huge part of success on the mountain. When you think of Everest, you very often think of a solo achievement, but it's far from the truth. During the summit push, you are paired with a Sherpa. They are genetically well suited on high altitude, which is why many of them become professional mountain climbers, and they help other climbers like myself to reach the summit. My Sherpa was Karma. Despite his genetic advantage, he's just a human. He will also feel the effect of the altitude. And so when we reached the summit, I was absolutely exhausted, but I also saw the fatigue on him as well. And that's when I realized that our descent is our shared responsibility. We are now a team, and our ultimate goal is to return safely. And since I was the weaker person in that unity that we had, I knew there was not much I could help him physically, but at least I could make his job as my guardian as easy for him as possible, so he could focus on his own struggles rather than worrying about me. That's when we were the team and we were moving towards our shared goal, which is coming down safely. Another crucial aspect on the mountain is communication. Of course, communication can save your life, but also when it comes to reaching the summit of a mountain, communication is absolutely crucial, because when you're on the mountain, you are exposed to the most uncomfortable environment. These factors will inevitably create some tension, especially if you have team members from different backgrounds. They have different personalities, they are triggered by different things. And so in such scenarios, good communication is absolutely crucial if you want to continue the journey without escalating the situation, and if you want to keep the team morale high. Without a good leadership, there's no chance I would have reached the summit. Because every decision that was made along the way, every precaution that was taken in order to avoid some disasters, every word was carefully chosen to motivate people. And because of that, the expeditions were successful.